Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Wooden Robot Brewing Company out of Charlotte, North Carolina. This beer is called West by Southeast. So that's a reference. Basically, it's a West Coast IPA, but obviously Charlotte's in the Southeast. Um, and it is made with Citra and Eldorado, and it is 7.2 ABV. Not had this yet, so going in this blindly. But the last couple IPA cans these guys have done have been really good, so pretty excited for this one. So I don't know. I wouldn't say the appearance of it is necessarily West Coast because it's pretty cloudy. Lighter orange color with a small white head. Well, it smells. I will say, it smells more West Coast though. It's not. It's not like juicy or tropical. It's lots of grapefruit and orange for sure. A little bit of like caramely sweetness. So this isn't a bad beer, but I don't understand the whole West Coast designation because, for one thing, Citra and Eldorado, like, those are not traditional West Coast style hops. Now you can make a clean IPA and throw those in there and call it West Coast style at least maybe. Um, but if it's going to be hazy and you're using those hops, like I don't know how you can say that it's West Coast. And I'm saying that just based on what the description and what it looks like. But even in flavor, it's not. I mean, it tastes like a New England style IPA, really. Um, it's just it's on the sweeter end. It's not like super dry like a West Coast IPA should be. Um, and again, I'm all of these complaints. They're not really complaints. Just these observations are versus the description on the can. The beer itself is actually pretty good. If this was just, I mean, it doesn't even have to say New England style. If it just didn't say West Coast and it just said IPA made with Citra and Eldorado, I'd be like, okay, I agree. It's good. That's fine. I just don't like describing something as one way and then it's just that's not what you get. I just don't like that. Now, that doesn't deter me from buying it again if I like the product, but I just don't like the idea that they do that. If something's labeled as a stout and it's the best Pilsner I've ever had, I'm still going to buy it because it's a really good Pilsner. I mean, it is what it is. But from a business standpoint, I just don't like that. Um, but that's not the case with this, really. It's decent, but I mean, it's mainly, like I said, it is mainly like grapefruit and orangey. There's a little bit of a peach character. So I mean, the hops are maybe somewhat West Coast, but it's everything else. Like the fact that it's hazy, it's kind of sweet, uh, that are pulling it away from what I would consider a true West Coast style IPA. Um, that being said, I still think it's a pretty solid beer. Uh, but I don't think it's as good as some of the other IPAs that they've done recently, or as good as just some other IPAs that I've had locally in general. So on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm just going to give this one a drink because, excuse me, if I want a West Coast IPA, this isn't really doing it for me. If I want a hazy IPA, there's better ones being made by other breweries and by them recently. Some of the other IPAs they've done recently have been better than this. I don't want to say it's a miss because I still think it's a good beer. It's just not. It's not good enough where I would go back and seek it out again. But that's usually the case with IPAs because there's so many good ones locally. Excuse me. And something just really, really has to stand out for me to want to go back and buy it again. So I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.